If your mornings are chaotic, it's most likely not because you're lazy, but because you don't have a system. I'm gonna show you 10 things that I use to get myself in a flow state before 9 a.m. I don't do all of these things, but I pick and choose. I learned from each one and kind of realized which one works with me. I've talked to hundreds of men that lose the day before 9 a.m., whether they're scrolling, they're hitting snooze, wasting time, watching TV, could be whatever. But there's always one thing that's in common. They don't have a structure, they don't have a regimen, they don't have a protocol, they don't have some type of system to get them to their goals. So I am gonna break exactly that down for you boys by 9 a.m. explaining how my workout's done, how my mind is locked, and how my day is already won. Here are the 10 things that make the rest of the day effortless. So if you don't know a little bit about me, what's up boys? My name is Jonathan. I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, grew up in a very poor town, grew up around drugs, grew up around partying, grew up honestly like going to bed at 2 a.m. every single day, either partying, playing video games, or wasting time, and I wasn't moving any needle into my life. And I was doing this until I was about 20, 21 years old. So a lot of years didn't go the most maximum fulfilled. And so over these last 2 years, I've just been diving deep, finding out who I am, breaking from those old environments, and figuring out what can I do, because I no longer want to wake up at noon on my days off and then sacrifice sleep on the days that I work. Every single day I get the sleep I need, I get the energy that I have, and I get the non-negotiables done that I need to each and every day. And I don't have like the actual items. I should have brought them, but I'll like hold up my hand and be like, hey, this is what it is. So for the first step, it's gonna be waking up at the exact same time each and every day. Use an alarm clock and make sure that you're not hitting snooze. For me, I use a sleep app, one that has wave noises and one that wakes me up when I'm at the top of my REM sleep. So every day when I wake up, I'm not like that grogginess. No, I wake up and I'm like actually like happy and excited. I'm in a mood, and it builds discipline once you're able to wake up at the exact same time each and every day. And plus, you're building your circadian rhythm. Once you wake up at the exact same time every day, you're gonna realize that energy just comes to you at 6 a.m. Energy just comes to you at 5 a.m. It just gets there, and then it depletes by 8 p.m. where you need to be, slowing your body down. And then the next thing that I do is making my bed. Making your bed is one of the easiest ways to get a quick win in the morning to build momentum. If you wake up and the first thing you're like, oh, I'm gonna make my bed, then you're gonna be like, oh, well, now I gotta drink my water. Oh, now I gotta do this. Oh, now I gotta do this. And it's just gonna get you into this flow state of killing absolute each and everything. And then the third thing that I do in the morning is drinking 32 ounces of water and sea salt. This not only is gonna rehydrate myself, give me all the replenishments that I need that I lost the night before, but it's also gonna give me electrolytes, ones that are gonna kickstart my day, kickstart my energy, and boost everything that I need for the morning to kind of like get that jolt of energy. One thing that I introduced recently that I don't know a lot of people agree with, but listening to classical music in the morning. I kid you not, this puts me in such a high frequency state. If you're able to put on some music, just put on something that, isn't like your normal music, but it's very slow tempo and it's very, very like on your shit. One of my coworkers even told me, hey, put on some reggae music. So give that a go. And then reading 10 pages. Every single morning, I make sure that I read 10 pages. Usually it's just like 20 minutes or so, but I make sure that my mind is being developed. I make sure that I'm getting some type of intake of wisdom before the distractions hit. Because if I don't, next thing you know, I'm gonna be at my job and I'm not gonna be able to think as clearly because I haven't read, constantly before getting to work. So what did I do? I read in the morning. And so those are the first 5 things that I do in the morning, and the things that actually absolutely kill me and get me into a flow state. The last thing that I do, you're gonna think it's kind of weird, is play a game of chess. Every single morning I play a game of chess just to open up the strategic thinking of my mind. You want to give your brain the opportunity every single morning to be able to wake up, to be able to think strategically, and to be able to think outside the box. That's what you should be focusing on. And those are just the main things that I do right now. But I want to also dive into a few other things. So the 7th thing on the list is going to be cold showering or cold splash. This doesn't have to be a cold shower, but every single morning I splash my face with water rinse it off. That way, not only I can be, camera ready for recording stuff, but also, two, it gives me that jolt of energy. It makes me feel fucking amazing. If you wake up and you splash water in your face, you're gonna be like, oh, shit, I'm awake. I need to get towards my shit. It's gonna shock your nervous system into alertness. You need that. And then the 8th thing is do 10 minutes of foreign language practice. Remember, don't do each and every one of these, pick a few out. So if you want to learn a foreign language every single morning and you want to build a skill, you want to rewire your brain to think differently, every single morning just put 10 to 15 minutes of indirect, or not indirect, but direct, silent focusing on foreign language practice. Once you do that and you build a consistent 30 days, imagine how different you're going to be. You're going to be someone that can actually speak in sentences, someone that can actually talk to someone in a conversation in another language. You're unrecognizable within 30 days. 30 days! Just so you guys know. But the 9th thing that I'm going to add into my routine in the morning, if I'm, still got a little bit of extra time, is going to be cleaning one small area. This is going to be my desk. This is going to be my room. This could be my desk. This could be my room. But every single night, that's where I choose to do it. I clean up, I spot clean. But if you don't do that in the morning, do that in the morning. Or if you don't do that at night, do that in the morning. Because once you have environmental control, you're going to realize that your mind has so much more control. When the environment around you is just depleting and it feels like it's not exactly where you want it, obviously, you're going to not be able to work. Obviously, you're not going to be able to get your non-negotiables. Obviously, you're going to wake up after 9 a.m. and just be fucking lazy because you don't have the motivation. Everything isn't clean. Everything isn't in the set spot. Like, some people say I have OCD, but I like it. I like everything in the exact same fucking spot. That gets me exactly what I need. If I didn't have everything in the exact same spot, I'd be fucking falling apart. But because I have everything so structured, because I have everything that's in the system, because I have everything planned out, I know exactly where I'm getting. I want to break that down to you guys. So the last thing on my list, the 10th thing, and I still got 2 honorable mentions that I haven't talked to you guys about, but it's going to be caffeine withholding and then cutting. So in the morning, I withheld my caffeine for at least an hour and a half. If I drink caffeine too early in the morning, I'm not going to feel good. So I tell myself every morning, Jonathan, give yourself this hour and a half. Once you do that, then you can have your coffee. Then your brain has earned it. You got to earn your coffee each and every morning. But then also you got to make sure you're cutting it. If you drink coffee at 8 p.m. at night, you're not going to get the energy that you need. You're not going to get the energy that you want in the morning. But if you cut it by 1 p.m. each and every day, what do you think is going to happen? Your cortisol is going to increase throughout the night. And then when you drink that, it's going to decrease throughout the night. And then when you drink that coffee, you're going to be in a complete Zen moment. A complete Zen moment because you decided to cut caffeine by 1 p.m. But there's motherfuckers that drink coffee at night that wonder why I feel like shit. Oh, why do I feel like this? Well, it's because you're drinking fucking caffeine at 10 p.m. at night. Who the fuck would have thought that was a good idea? Like, seriously. So pick out a few things. For me, it was waking up at the same time every single day, making your bed, drinking 32 ounces of water with sea salt, putting on classical music right after that, and then reading and then playing chess. And then after that, each and every morning, I make sure that I'm either working out or I'm working on my business before work. There is never a day where I'm not doing one of those. I'm either working out or working on my business before work. And if you aren't doing that, I promise you, you're wasting time in your morning. You have more time than you actually think. There's 3 to 4 extra hours in the morning that you are not using, that you need to prioritize. Put some time, put some effort into yourself, not into everyone else. So the 2 honorable mentions that I thought still should go on here is 1, call or text a loved one a positive message. This is such good reinforcement to your brain. It's like writing down 3 grateful things that you are for each and every day. It builds gratitude, it builds connection, it builds a relationship. Next thing you know, you're talking to people that you actually care about each and every day. You're not talking to people that you don't care about because they're not reaching out to you, but you're texting your family, you're texting your mom, you're texting your dad. And I'm telling you, text your dad, because I lost my dad when I was 21. Now I'm still here. So text your dad as much as you can. Text your mom as much as you can. Reach out to those people. And then the final thing, the thing that I recently took out, but I might re-add in, is 100 push-ups each morning. This builds your energy early with physical movement. You could do this. You could do jumping jacks. You could do jump rope. You could walk. Do something in the morning to build physical movement. Because once you have that physical energy, you're going to realize that I feel great. And it's like, oh, well, don't get overcomplicated. It was like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. No, your goal is to get energy in the morning. So if you don't think push-ups are gonna give you energy, why would you throw it in there? No, do 2 to 4 things in this thing that are gonna give you energy. Don't just go about your day thinking, oh, I got some great value, but I already know what I'm doing, because you don't. You clicked on this video for a reason. You wanted to learn a little bit more, to get guidance. But guidance without action is nothing. Commit to at least 4 of these for the next 7 days, and I promise you, your days are gonna get easier. I promise you, your mind's gonna get lighter. I promise you, your energy is gonna feel better. Comment right now which 4 that you're gonna actually take and you're gonna actually do to destroy the day before 9 a.m. There will still be people who hear this, hit snooze, party late, and not prioritize the most important time in their day. The most important time. Do you not realize people say breakfast is the most important meal for a reason? Because the morning is the most important time. If you actually do this and you actually commit to the 7 days, book a call with me and I can break down exactly where you're at, exactly what your new identity is, and exactly the roadmap and program that we can use to get there. My name is Jonathan. Hope you guys found some value in this. Comment something that you guys think that I should do a little bit better. Comment something that you guys would have added into your routine. Comment something that you guys would have added into this video. I want to hear. But my name is Jonathan. Stick around for the next videos. There's going to be a lot more information packed. Peace.